Hi everyone, this is CA Nikita Somani, and today I'll be completing the RTP of November 2020 CA Inter accounts in this video, solving question number 11 to 14. And in the earlier videos I have already solved November RTP 2020. Questions are solved 1 to 10 and 15 to 20. All these questions are already solved in the previous videos. I will be providing the links of those videos in the description box of this video. Okay. So today I am going to solve question number 11, 12, 13 and 14. So let's begin with question number 11, that is hire purchase transactions. I am reading the question. X purchased 3 cars. Okay, how many cars are there? 3 cars from Y on hire purchase basis. The cash price of each car being rupees 2 lakh. The hire purchaser charged depreciation at the rate of 20% on diminishing balance method. 2 cars were seized. How many cars are seized? 2 cars. There were 3 cars given on hire purchase and 2 are seized by the hire vendor when the second installment was not paid at the end of the second year. The hire vendor valued the 2 cars at the cash price less 30% depreciation charged under diminishing balance method. The hire vendor spent 10,000 on repairs of the car and sold them for the total amount of 1,70,000. Okay. Now you are required to. What you are required to? You are required to calculate the agreed value of 2 cars taken back by the hire vendor and book value of car left with the hire purchaser. 2 things. And then profit and loss to hire purchaser on 2 cars taken back by the hire vendor. These 2 things are to be found out by you in this answer. So let's begin solving the answer. I have already solved the answers on the screen. So directly I'll be explaining the answers of this question, that how these questions are being solved. Okay. So there is X, there is Y, this is the purchaser and this is the vendor. Okay. This is on hire. Okay. Hire पे कितने cars दिए थे? 3 cars. One car is costing rupees 2 lakh. Depreciation is charged at the rate of 20% by the purchaser and 30% WDV by the vendor. Okay. Because the hire purchaser did not pay the second installment of the hire purchase, the cars were seized. How many cars were seized? 2 cars were seized. Seized were 2 cars. Now you have to find out the individual values. So let's see how the calculation would be done. Taken back how many cars? 2 cars. So what is the value of 2 cars is 2 lakhs into 2, that is 4 lakh. Now depreciation of first year and second year. See this depreciation. And then the agreed value. How much the value comes to? It comes to 1,96,000. It comes to how much? 1,96,000. Now what does hire vendor says? Hire vendor says that okay, I'll take back the cars and I'll pay you how much? 1,96,000. Let's see how much the value comes according to hire purchaser. Hire purchaser says okay, now we have to find out the 2 values. See, there were 3 cars. One is left with whom? Hire purchaser only, and we have to find out the value of 2 cars, okay, which is taken back by the hire vendor. Okay, so it says that price of the car was how much? 2 lakh. And the depreciation of first year and second year at the rate of 20%, because we have seen here it is 20% WDV. So write down depreciation, and ultimately this 1,28,000 is the book value of the car left with the hire purchaser. And how much is the value of 2 cars then? If you do into 2, the 2 cars ka value comes to 2,56,000. And now it says hire vendor says okay, I'll pay you how much? 1,96,000. Okay, he's paying 1,96,000, but the car ka value as per hire purchaser is how much? 2,56,000. So it says that there is a loss of rupees 60,000. Okay, on those 2 cars there is a loss of rupees 60,000. See, this agreed value of 2 cars taken back by the hire vendor is 1,96,000. उन्होंने भी 30% depreciation charge किया है for 2 years. Okay, and then this is the book value of car left with the hire purchaser. How much it is? 1,28,000. And then we have to find out the value of the 2 cars. Okay, so that comes to 2,56,000. And there is a loss to hire purchaser, that is 60,000. Okay, so this is the solving of question number 11. Now solving of question number 12, that is departmental accounts. What does the question say? Question says department X सेल्स द गुड्स टू डिपार्टमेंट Y एंड Z, कैसे सेल करता है? एट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ 50% ऑन कॉस्ट, 50% ऑन कॉस्ट। ओके, तो ये ऐसे कुछ होगा, 100 इज कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट, है ना, 50, सो द सेल्स प्राइस वुड बी 150, है ना। हम किसी को सेल करते हैं तो इसी पर सेल करेंगे। सो व्हाट दे हैव डन, X इज सेलिंग इट टू Y एंड Z एट कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट, कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट, है ना। ये ऐसे बेच रहा है अपने डिपार्टमेंट्स को। ओके, डिपार्टमेंट मतलब खुद ही के ब्रांच को। ओके, एंड देयर इज सम स्टॉक लेफ्ट, कुछ तो स्टॉक पड़ा है। ओके, नाउ सपोज यू सेल समथिंग टू योर ओन ब्रांच एंड नाउ द स्टॉक लेफ्ट हियर इज ओनली द कॉस्ट प्राइस। आप उसको सिर्फ किस पे वैल्यू करोगे? ओनली कॉस्ट प्राइस पे, एंड यू विल eliminate the profit portion. So let's see in the answer that how will you eliminate the profit portion. So similarly, department Y sells the good to X and Z at this particular profit. Okay, and then department Z sells to department X and Y at this particular profit. Okay, now see, these are the transfer amounts given. These are the transfer amount givens. X is sending the goods to Y and Z at the rate of 50% and 20% on cost respectively. और उनका अमाउंट इतना इतना दिया हुआ है ट्रांसफर का। ओके, एंड हियर इट इज सेड दैट इट इज 50% एंड हियर इट इज सेड दैट इट इज 20%। तो डिवाइड बाय 150 एंड 120 एंड प्रॉफिट एलिमेंट आपको एलिमिनेट करना है ना। व्हेन यू सॉल्व फॉर दिस यू गेट 25,000 एंड हियर यू गेट 8,000। दोनों का टोटल कम्स टू 33,000. Okay, similarly you will be solving for Y and Z as well. So those amount comes to, when you look in the answer, those amount comes to 24,800. I'm writing here the total amounts, and here 34,400, and the total amount here comes to 92,200. So this is the amount of profit which is to be eliminated. Okay, उसको क्या बोलेंगे हम? Calculation of unrealized profits. So that comes to how much? 92,200. That comes to 92,200. We have seen. Next question, accounting for branches. Question number 13 says, MSN Company of Lucknow has an integral foreign branch. There are two things basically, integral foreign branch and non-integral foreign branch. So in दोनों concepts में भी there are different concepts. Okay, so this says what? Integral foreign branch in Canberra, Australia at the end of 31st March 2020. Following ledger balances have been extracted from the books of Lucknow office and Canberra branch. So there are different things given here, and then it says you are required to convert the branch trial balance. What? Branch trial balance. तो आपको लखनऊ ऑफिस का कुछ नहीं करना है, लखनऊ ऑफिस का कुछ नहीं करना है. You have to solve for Canberra branch. All these rates are given in what? Australian dollars. Okay, and you have to solve for, see, opening, closing, average and fixed asset rates are given in Australian dollars like this per rupee. You have to just convert and write down the figures, and you have to solve for what? Only branch trial balance. Okay, you are required to convert this only branch trial balance. So let's see, there are mainly three things to be discussed in this question, that is goods sent to HO and HO current account. These two things are to be taken on actual basis. Next, another thing, that is integrated and non-integrated. Now in the question it is said that it is integrated financial operations wala thing. Okay, so it is integrated, so anything profit or loss will be transferred to what? P&L account. So and suppose if it was non-integrated, then and any exchange rate difference should be transferred to what? Foreign currency translation reserve account. Okay, so this is only the difference. So as of now this is said that it is integrated, so we'll be transferring anything profit or loss to P&L account. Okay, so there are how many? This opening, closing, average and fixed asset rates are given. Opening stock would be valued on what? Opening rate. Then closing rate would be applied to debtors, creditors and cash balance. Okay, and then average rate would be applied to purchase, sales, wages, rent, office expense, commission. इससे क्या समझ में आता है? Average rate is applied to all the expenses. Closing rate is applied to all the asset related items, that is debtors, creditors, cash balance, etc. And opening वाला जो rate है, that is applied to what? Opening stock. And then fixed asset rate is how much? 46. That is applied to plant and machinery and depreciation. Okay. Since it is integrated, we are applying the rate of this fixed asset which is given, that is 46. If it was non-integrated, then we would apply the closing rate, that is we would apply this rate, that is 53, as we are applying to debtors, creditors, cash balance. And but then since it is integrated financial operation, we are applying this fixed asset rate of 46. Okay, let's see this into the answer quickly. कैनबेरा ब्रांच का ही दिया हुआ है वहां पर, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी एंड एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन, दिस इज द rate of fixed asset given. And then debtors, creditors and stock, this is the opening rate, debtors, creditors, this is the closing rate, cash balance, closing rate, and then all these things, purchase, all this wages, commission receipt, this is average rate given. And we have said that goods received from HO and HO current account, this will be taken on actual basis. And any foreign exchange loss, I mean exchange difference, since this is integrated, this is charged to profit and loss account. Okay, so this amount will go to profit and loss account. Last question of this RTP November 2020, that is question number 14, accounting for incomplete records. Okay, so now there is a question given, that is the following in the balance sheet of Manish and Suresh as on 1st April 2019. Additional information I'll read. Sales and purchases for the year ended 31st March 2019 are 3 lakh, 2 lakh 40,000 respectively. Then stock level is to be maintained uniformly in the value throughout over the year. Okay, so this is maintained throughout the year, that is 40,000, this stock. So this stock of 40,000 is maintained throughout the year. So closing stock and opening stock would be same. Okay, 40,000. If closing is 40,000, again next year opening is again 40,000. Then again that next year that becomes the closing stock, because it has to be maintained at 40,000. Then opening stock again next year becomes 40,000. So that way. Okay. Depreciation on machinery is 10% and building is 5%. Okay. Sales in the current year will be increased by 43.75% in volume. Okay. Rate of gross profit remains same. ठीक है. Business, these are the expenditure given. Business expenditure is 50,000 for the year. All expenditures are paid in cash. All the sales and purchases are on credit basis and there is no cash purchases and sales. Question number 14 में there are two data given of 1819 and 1920. 1819 का data is given to find out this GP ratio. Okay, because that same ratio is to be applied next year. Previous year all figures, the opening and closing stock would be same, because it says closing stock is to be maintained, I mean stock is to be maintained at 40,000. So every year this is going to be same. So now things that would change is sales and purchases. Sales and purchases that are given is sales 3 lakh and purchases 2 lakh 40,000. So my gross profit comes to, so the GP is 60,000. Formula of GP ratio is what? Gross profit upon sales. So that comes to 20%. So this 20% GP ratio is on sales. So this 20% is to be applied next year. Okay, to find out the sales. See, now 1920 May opening closing stock, this is same. Okay, this closing here, this becomes the opening of next year, and they say that closing stock is to be maintained at 40,000. Okay, so this nullifies the effect. तो इसका प्लस माइनस कुछ भी करोगे तो जीरो है. But to understand this, I have written this in this format. Okay. Now it says that sales is to be increased by 43.75% in volume. Now we have not given in sales figure. तो हमको कैसे निकालना पड़ेगा वो? See, we have given purchases how much? Purchases we have given 2,40,000. So I will take the purchases as it is. So this is my cost. Okay, this 2,40,000 is my cost, and it says that there is increase by how much? 43.75%. तो उसका amount आता है 105. So that amount comes to 105,000. Total is 345,000. Now see, जो पहले हमने ये GP रेशियो निकाला, this 20% is on sales and now what we have here is cost. We have here is cost. We don't have sales. तो अगर 20% sales पर है तो cost पर कितना? So simply that comes to 25% of cost. But if you go logically, you can do this way. See, 100 is cost, 20 is profit. So cost would be how much? 80. 100 minus 20, cost would be 80. We have given this as cost. 345,000, we have given this as cost. Now you can simply cross multiply to find out the gross profit. So how do you do that? 345,000 divided by 80 into 20. So that amount comes to 86,250. So that amount comes to 86,250. Now if you solve for this, 40,000 plus 345,000 plus 86,250 minus this closing stock, if you do all these things, you get the sales figure as balancing figure, and that comes to 4,31,250. So this is the what? Balancing figure. Sales आ गया. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to find the net profit, क्योंकि वहां पे दो और चीज दी हुई है क्या? Business expenses and depreciation information. So what you do is this GP you bring it down to प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. हम ऐसे ही करते ना, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट एंड देन P&L अकाउंट में यू पुल डाउन द ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. So you bring here the gross profit in the P&L account to the credit side, okay, and then you debit these expenses. Business expenses 50,000 and depreciation this machinery and building, ये आपको solve करना पड़ेगा, and that comes to this much 6,500 and 5,000, and ultimately you get the net profit as balancing figure, and that comes to how much? 24,750. Here also it is solved that way. Previous year data is given, okay, 2,40,000 is the cost of goods sold, and then gross profit comes to 60,000, and then the GP ratio is 20%, and then they are solving what? Next year ka sales they have to calculate, but cost price is given, cost is given, and there is increase. So that comes to 345,000. If the profit on sales is 20%, then on cost it is 25%. But we have solved that cross multiplication thing. If you solve by that method also, you get the answer as 86,250, and then you get the sales for current year. Okay, then you get the sales for current year, that is 431,250. If you put all these amounts in this table, okay, this trading account, opening stock, purchases, we have seen now purchases 345,000. This 345,000 are the purchases here. We get the gross profit of 20% on sales, and we got the sales here as balancing figure, and this is the closing stock 40,000, and then gross profit is pulled down here, and then expenses and depreciation is reduced, and ultimately we get the net profit as 24,750. So this is the solving of your RTP November 2020. Whole RTP is solved. I have solved the RTP in parts. So other videos, I'll be putting those videos links into the description box of this video. Okay, so I think that solving of this RTP is helpful to you. I have tried my best to solve the RTP for you. So if you think that this is helpful to you, then you can share this video to as many students as you can, as this can benefit them. So that's it from my side for today. Thank you so much guys. Bye bye.